What is up, guys? Rick, the legendary Deej himself, replied to me on Twitter last night. Kackis here. Thank you so much for stopping by. And today, in the middle of my reset raid runs, I was rudely interrupted by a fat new trailer for the Season of Dawn. Now, the live stream officially unveiling tons of information for this was scheduled for tomorrow, but Bungie is teasing us a little bit early. Well, not just teasing us, in fact, revealing a ton of brand new information about the next season for Destiny 2, and so let's get started with breaking down this brand new trailer. So, one of the first things we see is Osiris. He is back, a beloved character from Destiny, not so beloved after Curse of Osiris, but I digress, and he explains that killing the Undying Mind has broken the timeline, and the Cabal specifically are back really messing things up, and we need to utilize the timeline. We need to actually kind of go in and manipulate time in order to fight this enemy. The interesting part is that we do see some different footage of the different timelines. Mercury was kind of known as having the ability to go to the past, present, and future, and then we see this brand new image here showcasing what looks to be like maybe the place you go in between time. Like, this is a place lost in time. You perhaps have to travel through here to get to past, present, and future. And one of the things you're doing going through time is helping the absolute famous Saint-14, the titan of all titans. We actually hear him speak. He's Russian apparently, and yeah, this guy's an absolute legend. Of course, you see him with his fabled shotgun. Now, you were able to actually get this shotgun within Curse of Osiris. And later on in the gameplay trailer, we actually see a first-person perspective of someone using this shotgun again. Now, is this just someone using the year 1 version? I'm not sure. Or is this shotgun being reintroduced into the game with this expansion and has the capability to get random rolls? That would be super cool. Now, the trailer also mentions Master the Sundial, the new 6-player activity. So, this is 100% the new main activity for this upcoming season. It is going to be replacing Vex Offensive. And from the trailer, it looks like the enemies we're going to be fighting in this activity are going to be Vex and Cabal. Specifically, in this screen here, we can actually see a Cabal champion. You can see that kind of weird, wiry glow around him that indicates he is a champion. So we're going to have some Cabal versions of barrier champions, unstoppable champions, those guys. And of course, with a new activity comes new rewards, and throughout this trailer we can see what look like Saint-14 themed weapons. Here's a great screen showcasing not only the armor, but what looks like a Saint-14 themed scout rifle, auto rifle, and in the back a breech-loaded grenade launcher. Also during this gameplay, if you look closely, you can actually see the first look at the new Warlock melee ability that's coming with the buffs to the solar subclasses, the Celestial Fire attack for the top tree, and it looks pretty sweet. We're then, of course, told that there's going to be new exotic quests, and of course, that would lead you to believe that the gameplay shown right after is of some new exotic weapons. So we have one pretty crazy one right here. Obviously, there is kind of a Saint-14 design here, with especially kind of the plate mail on the gun. We see a first-person perspective. I don't even know what's going on here. You can actually see really closely, if you look here, two different symbols on the gun and they kind of converge. And when they do, the weapon is fired, and as soon as it is fired, they spread apart again. So perhaps this is a charge up that you have to wait until they're converged before you can fire, or maybe like you're trying to time it. Maybe it does a huge damage bonus when they're converged, and then when they're not, it just shoots normally. In any event, this gun does look pretty sweet. In any event, it's announced after that Rusted Lands, a fan favorite from Destiny 1, is returning, and one of the first things we see is this rocket launcher being fired. Now, this rocket launcher absolutely has a little bit of Galahorn vibes going on, and I'm sure some people are going to use that as an excuse to put it in the thumbnail, but if you really look closely at this weapon, especially the impact of the rocket, there's absolutely no Wolfpack rounds at all. So this would indicate that this is just a new exotic. Interestingly, again, it looks potentially a little bit out of the ordinary. This is maybe the look of some of the legendary weapons. Maybe it is a new exotic. We do actually, if you look closely, have the Red Legion Cabal symbol at the very front of this rocket launcher, which is pretty interesting. And of course, right after that, we do switch to the new Saint-14 shotgun, or I guess old or potentially new. We'll have to see about that. But then after that, we see what is definitely an exotic weapon. So a kill is made, and then something happens. This gun is activated and it glows, it changes orientation, it seems like, and then it becomes seemingly more powerful. So potentially you're gonna have to charge this thing up by getting kills, because the shots after it's charged seem to have this kind of electrical discharge that's all over the place, and they were not present during the first kill. The first kill looks like a normal scout, then it's charged up, and then potentially it's gaining an area of effect or something like that. Hip firing is kind of interesting. Potentially it's going to have some bonuses or benefits for hip firing. Moving on from there, we see 3 Guardians here showing off some new emotes and also seemingly showing off the brand new seasonal armor. And this is definitely Saint-14 themed, and we can see the Hunter, Warlock, and Titan all have their own sets of this armor. And that is really it for the breakdown. The final piece of information is that now it's 100% confirmed. We kind of already knew this, that this new DLC launches December 10th. Now there is some more auxiliary information on the website and so on, but I already get in trouble for making long videos, so I'm probably just going to make a separate video going over all of the information that trickles out today. If you guys want to see that, definitely check back with the channel later today, so subscribe so you don't miss it. Well, actually hit the bell, subscribing does nothing, but I digress. Guys, that's it for this trailer breakdown. I'm very excited for this season. It looks pretty sweet. I am so excited for Saint-14 being back, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video, found it informative. If you did, please remember to help me out by simply rating and especially sharing this video. If you guys want to see more Destiny 2 content similar to this, don't be afraid to slap that subscribe button. If you want to get in touch with me and keep up to date with the latest channel activity, the best way is to follow me on Twitter at @RickKackis. That's linked in the description down below. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, have a good day.